Hello, today I'll talk about this small drone that I got for myself. This drone has been sold for a good time now, and why I'm talking about this now is because it's getting really cheap right now, and it's one of the models that you can buy if you're not very good at flying those drones. They're not easy to control, and the one you buy will be destroyed, I think. So the first toy like this, the cheap one, could be a good choice. I tried this drone many times, still learning how to fly it, and I dropped it many times. This model is called E58, produced by company Ishin, and it looks like this. It's a Chinese drone. People say uh, it's simulating a Maverick professional drone. I should say from my experience that it's very nice drone in terms of resistance, durability. The plastic is really hard. As I'm a beginner pilot of drones, I dropped it many times. I had to turn the drone off while flying, and it would drop from high heights and would not break down. The only thing what breaks that you actually it's not breaking down, it's just detaching from the drone. Now the plastic extra accessories that you can see on the box here, it's the plastic supports that eventually you will probably lose, and also protectors, plastic protectors for propellers that you will probably also lose. So I would just say throw them away. They are time consuming to put on, and in the end you will probably lose them while you're learning how to fly this drone. The drone has a joystick, and not all functions are shown in the manual of the drone for the joystick, and I will show you all the uh, combinations to control the drone for a beginner. I'll do a short manual video for this. The joystick has been working fine. Uh, there is also a place for a phone to put on, but it's not a very nice place to put it because I think it should be on the top. So I think as a beginner you wouldn't be very comfortable using a screen on this joystick. Also, there's a program application that you can use to see where the drone goes. I think from the beginning you will not need that too, just you'll have to learn how to fly the drone first. The maintenance of the drone can be a difficult part. You need to be sure you're flying this drone in a derbies and sand-free environment. I've already had sand getting into these holes and actually blocking the propellers, and I had to uh, open the cover of the drone to get to the electrical motors and to the gears inside to clean all that stuff that got into the propellers. But I should say that despite getting sand into the propellers, it was able to work. It just pushed sand particles into the grease, and sometimes some particles were getting into the grease between the electrical motor and the metal and the plastic gear of the propeller, and the propeller would stuck, but with applying more force to it with the charged battery, and when you try to fly up, yeah, the propeller would still work. At low speeds it would get blocked, and it's really easy to disassemble the drone. What you need to do is to unscrew some screws here and then open this cover, remove this cover. Then these legs will go out. They have wires which go inside and connects the electrical motor with the control unit. So you just detach the cable, which is a very easy thing to do, And then we have to unscrew screws here and here, and then open the cover, plastic cover of the leg, and you will see the electrical motor with the gears. You'll just need to clean it up with a paper towel. If you have grease, put some more grease in it, take out all debris and sand, and it will be good to go again. As you can see, this drone also hit a lot of obstacles. It has already a lot of scratches on the propellers, and I'm surprised that it's still working. I mean, I dropped this drones from heights, I smashed this drone into walls. The mechanism of the propeller works the way that when it actually meets any obstacle, it will stop running. Probably as it's an electrical motor, it just stops. As the magnetic field is not a mechanic force, it will just stop, and it will work again when it is free to go. So even if you can even actually control this drone when it goes smashing into the wall, it's possible to manipulate it in the way that it goes back and flies again without falling down. The camera on this drone is not the best one. It's just to play, not for filming high quality video. In my case, I got the highest resolution, which is 1080, the highest one for high density video. So far I was very happy with this purchase. It was cheap for me to buy. They are now getting cheap because this company created is producing now a second model with a GPS, which is important here because without GPS this drone cannot stabilize itself. It's always going left or right. Even if you calibrate its position, it's never going to be stable because it doesn't have any GPS. That makes actually this drone difficult to control for beginners. So with a GPS model will be much nicer, I guess, because the drone can stay in one place. When you don't have GPS, it tries to go away from you, and until you understand where it goes, you may crash this drone into some place. So you need to use this in an open area, and also in a windy area, it's difficult to control. You need to be very professional. There are 3 levels of speed, so you need to be on a high speed to be able to manipulate this drone in wind. But without wind, it's a nice toy to play with. So for a beginner, yeah, as a cheap thing, I think I would recommend that. And in my next video, I'll show you how all combinations for the joysticks, because not all of them are shown in the manual.